Someone framed me for stealing the school bully's girlfriend's lingerie. The bully shoved me into a corner and kicked me hard to the ground, gritting through the agony. I sent my online boyfriend a message begging for help only for the bully's phone to ring the very next second. I was riding my bike through an alley when, out of nowhere, something unknown got flung into my front basket. I looked up. The guy who threw it was wearing the exact same outfit as me and a black mask, too. Tasteful, I narrowed my eyes for a closer look. Wait, he threw lingerie, and then he ran. At the intersection ahead, the bully's lackey suddenly appeared there. Get him. I froze. What the hell? At the intersection behind me, the bully and his crew came into view fast. Bro, Phoebe's lingerie is in his basket. Brian insisted, biting down on it like it was gospel. Brother Williams, it's him. God knows where he stole another bike from. Don't let him get away. Everyone said Phoebe was Williams's girlfriend. I got it, damn it. What a vicious misunderstanding. Wasn't this the definition of a disaster dropping out of a clear blue sky? It's not me. It's not me. I pulled off my mask. But with the evidence right there, no one believed me. Blocked from the front, cut off from the back. I ditched the bike and slipped into a narrow side alley in the end. I was forced into a corner, shaking like a leaf. It really wasn't me, Brother Williams. Yo, this kid's actually kinda pretty, Brian commented. The bully drove a foot into me. Fuck. Pretty or not, you're still a filthy pervert stealing girls' underwear. I clutched my stomach and curled up on the ground, my face drained white from the pain. His brothers jeered, this kid's so soft and delicate can't take a hit at all. Brother Williams only kicked once and he's done. Brother Williams, so badass. Williams snorted in contempt. Like he thought it was boring. One kick, and I was finished. He tossed out an order. Casual as anything. Teach him a proper lesson. Then he turned to leave. His brothers closed in around me. Fear crawled up my spine. My heart thrashed so hard it felt like it might burst. Cold sweat pouring down my back. With my back to them, using my body to hide what I was doing, I hurriedly sent my online boyfriend a message. Brother, I'm being surrounded in the alley off Needham Road. Save me. Wait. Brian and the others all looked up. What is it, Brother Williams? At the mouth of the alley, Williams held his phone, brows knotted tight. Forget him for now. My baby's being blocked to somewhere around here. His voice was strained with anxiety. Brian immediately said, is it that online male sister-in-law you're dating? What's S name? Let's find him first. Williams scratched the back of his head in irritation, like a restless big dog completely lacking the vicious aura from a moment ago. I don't even know. His WeChat nickname is just Mr. Lewis. There were tons of people named Lewis. No wonder it'd be hard to find. Split up and search, Williams said, already making the call. Look for anywhere. There's a group surrounding someone or a fight breaking out. That's probably it. Then he left with his brothers. I finally breathed out. Holy shit. It hurt so bad. That kick of Williams's was fucking brutal. I held my stomach and stayed crouched there for a long time before I could stand. Wait. What did the bully just say his boyfriend's WeChat nickname was? Mr. Lewis. That was my nickname. A terrifying thought slammed into my head. No way. Absolutely no way. How could my gentle, considerate online boyfriend be the vicious school bully? I refused to believe it and messaged him again. I'm okay, brother. They mistook me for someone else. They've already left. He replied instantly, raging. Oh my God. A bunch of brain-dead pigs. They can even get that wrong. If they don't want their eyes, they can donate them. Then, as if thanking heaven and earth, he added, but thank God you're okay. Baby, you scared me to death. Yeah, it was pretty scary. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, doll. Baby, Williams comforted me softly, like he was soothing a little kid. Baby, since you're right there, why don't you send me your location? I'll come pick you up. Let's just meet in person. Didn't you say you like barbecue? I'll take you to eat and calm your nerves. No, I have a public elective class to go to. An elective, just skip it. I'll have someone take it for you. I really like this elective. Fine. Williams sounded a little sulky. Baby, you really do love studying. What's wrong? My tone lifted. It's nothing. It's nothing. Then go to class. Williams was obedient as can be. I'm not in a rush. We can meet next time too. What about you? What are you doing this afternoon? I swear you're free every single day. I've got a public elective too. I was going to skip it, but then I'll go to class as well. My eyes widened, right? Several classes shared one public elective together. Once a week, a school bully stands out wherever he goes, so I remembered him clearly. Elective class. My roommate and I found seats in the back row, good for little side activities. The moment Williams and his lackeys walked in, the entire room fell into a strange, brief hush. and I instinctively pressed a hand to my stomach, then lowered my head. Disappointed and furious, the professor put up a PPT on the podium and started teaching below. I typed on my phone, "We should break up." "Why are we breaking up?" Williams shouted before he could stop himself. The professor paused. Every head in the lecture hall turned toward him. I lowered my head even further. Sorry. Professor." Williams bowed his head to apologize even for an elective. Williams was being way too blatant. The professor couldn't ignore it anymore. He told him to go listen from outside. Williams grabbed his book and went out into the hallway. He ended up standing right outside the window on my side. I had to admit, tall, long-legged, aggressively handsome. His expression was deadly serious, fingers flying across his screen. "Baby, you're pranking me, right? Same breakup isn't funny at all. You can't say that even as a joke." Then, all earnest, he lectured me. "All right, I'll pretend you never said it. You're not allowed to say things like that so easily ever again, okay? Breakup, I'm serious." I sent it again. Williams frowned and typed fast. "Why? No reason. I just don't want to date anymore." For a split second, his face went blank. "Today isn't April Fool's, baby, okay? Stop playing." Red packet, $520. Red packet, $13-14. I shouldn't have done that thing last time. When we were gaming, only cared about myself and played for my own fun. I'm such a shitty straight guy. I was wrong. This time, it was my turn to go blank. That game was from like 800 years ago. He still remembered something that small. Williams rarely ever made me upset. Almost every time I wasn't happy, he apologized quickly, then chased me around in games so I could kill him. It's not because of that. Is it because I didn't like the video you shared last time? I had a moment of insanity and blurted, "I think I still like girls." Williams's eyes flew wide. He clenched his teeth, his jaw tightening suddenly, looking a little dangerous. I glanced out the window and my shoulders twitched. Oh my God. What kind of garbage excuse did I just pick? Of all things, why would I say I liked girls? I was still beating myself up when Williams's video call came through. "Jesus, class is in session, bro." I was so startled my phone nearly slipped out of my hand. Thank God it was on mute. I declined the call not long after. A voice message from Williams popped up, pure, dripping grievance. I put in my earbuds to listen. "No, you're not breaking up with me. You even know what you're doing. This is scumbag behavior. You're the one who bent me. You're responsible to the end." Ha, the second he said scumbag, my temper shot straight through the roof. Who the hell is the scumbag here? You had a girlfriend and you still started an online relationship with me. Offline you've got a wife. Online you've got a husband. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Bad luck. Disgusting. Fine. That's it. We're done. The moment I sent it, I blocked him. I was the one who bent Williams back then. I'd randomly downloaded one of those social matching apps. I joined a game party lobby on a whim. A girl in the room said, all right, we're starting. Losers have to post apps, okay? At Brother Williams, hee. It was obvious she was into Williams, especially with that voice straight out of an audio drama. And I was into his voice too. We played a round of draw and guess. Williams's drawing skills were heartbreaking. We were on the same team and lost miserably according to the rules. Both of us posted op pics. Williams was ridiculously straightforward. He sent a whole upper body shot, no face. I practically drooled over his photo. Broad shoulders, narrow waist, 8-pack abs, neat and sculpted, thick veins running along his arms, and the ridges and lines of his lower abdomen disappearing into his waistband. Pure male hormones overflowing. But the girl was deeply disappointed. She said Williams's muscles were a bit too thick. She didn't like the double-door fridge type. She liked delicate, fair boys with a youthful vibe. She even sent me a finger heart and said I was totally her type, except I'm gay, so I cut right to the chase in the game. At Brother Williams, are you single? Shahart, holy crap, mother of God. We've encountered a real gay. Wishing you two a long, long love. The room belonged to that girl. She was a mega SVIP whale. She kicked everyone out at lightning speed, leaving only the two of us. Then she locked the room so we couldn't leave for 2 hours. She was basically my benefactor. During those 2 hours, I used every trick in the book to flirt with Williams. I even did a sexy dance, twisting my waist like a water snake. I danced him into a nosebleed. Brother, didn't you say you were straight? It's almost been 2 hours and you still haven't logged off. If he wanted to leave, he could have just cut his internet and gone offline. Brother, date me. Okay, sure enough, straight was your lie. Yesterday, things had been fine. On day 2, Williams turned into a bristling lion with massive dark circles under his eyes. He sat on the steps in a gloomy daze, holding a phone with the screen turned off. Last night he tried adding me from a ton of different numbers. Most of the requests came with crying, pleading emojis. I ignored them all. Then I saw him during pay. I stayed far, far away, and went to play ball with my roommate instead. The sun was bright. The wind was strong on a fast break. I became a cocky blur, my shirt hem flipping up in the rush of air, not knowing a strip of pale waist had flashed right into Williams's line of sight. Swish, I was panting a little, drinking water, bantering with my roommate, when Williams suddenly strode over and grabbed my wrist. Everyone froze. I broke out a nervous sweat. You. What are you doing? This is school. My roommate had heard all about the lingerie frame-up fiasco. Louis, he might steal my clothes. But there's no way he'd steal girls' clothes. No, bro, honestly. You would have been better off saying nothing. None of you interfere. Williams's face was hard, his aura oppressive. My roommate shut up instantly. The others exchanged looks and didn't dare make a sound either. Williams dragged me all the way upstairs to the equipment room. He shut the door and pulled a chair over, sitting down casually. Take it off. What? Your jersey. Take it off. My eyes widened. He must have seen something. I had the red moles on my waist. That was rare. Williams had said so. He'd even said that when we met in person one day. He was going to suck those 2 moles until they were swollen. Hurry. Take it off. Williams stood, his tall frame pressed down like a wall. He advanced on me. Want me to help you? My heart hammered like a drum. Cold sweat spread in a chilling patch down my back. I clenched the hem of my shirt and kept backing up until I hit the rear wall. Nowhere left to retreat. He grabbed my hand in one big grip. My whole body went rigid. He yanked my hand upward. Pop. The equipment room teacher shoved the door open. Williams reflexively let go. The teacher's expression was stern. What are you doing? I heard someone was fighting in here. I let out a breath. Williams explained smoothly. No, sir. I just noticed Louis plays basketball a lot, so I wanted to see whether basketball can actually build muscle. I see. I mumbled. Yes, and bolted out. After that, Williams started showing up to my classes all the time. With just a look, he would invite my roommate away from the seat beside me, and then he'd sit down next to me, this huge, muscular presence, while I sat there on edge from head to toe. He kept staring at me, too, and whenever our eyes met, his gaze would flick away, a little evasive, a little gloomy. I must have been imagining it. His features were sharp when he didn't smile. He looked fierce. I couldn't focus on class at all. My mind kept wandering to all those rumors outside campus. They said the school bully used to get into fights all the time in high school once. He nearly beat someone to death, but he was a minor back then, and his family had connections. They paid some money and smoothed it over, turning something huge into something small. The more I thought about it, the more terrified I got. Right then, my roommate texted me. You didn't actually steal a girl's underwear, did you? She stared you down all the way into our classroom. Feels like she won't let you off. Bullshit. No. When Williams looked over at me yet again, I couldn't take it anymore. I could only say in a tiny, trembling voice, Brother Williams, I'm gay. I was born not interested in girls, really. There's no way I'd steal a girl's lingerie. Williams's gaze wavered. I get it. His voice sounded dull and hoarse, threaded with an emotion I couldn't name. Did that mean the misunderstanding was cleared up? Williams reached behind him. Someone handed him a notebook, and he passed it to me. Last class's notes, thanks. I took it awkwardly. Are you still staying for the next calculus lecture? We have calculus too. The pace is about the same, halfway through. There was a break. I couldn't solve one of the problems from the lecture. Math had always been my weakest subject. Calculus was brutal. I was frowning and scratching my head when Williams took my scratch paper, and in less than 3 minutes, he wrote out the solution step by step. Clean, precise, crystal clear. I just stared. I never would have guessed it. He skipped class all the time, yet he was still a top student. I'd always assumed he was some aimless rich kid who did nothing serious, but thinking about it, he'd gotten into a top university like T University. How could he possibly be ordinary? Anything else you don't understand? This one. Wow. You're incredible. I meant it from the bottom of my heart. For the first time, a hint of a smile appeared on his face. His voice even carried a faint tremor of excitement. Ben, from now on, any problems you can't do, I'll explain them to you, okay, UH? Wouldn't that be too much trouble? No need. It's not trouble, not at all. I was even more confused. He hesitated for a second, then said, explaining problems to someone makes me feel accomplished. If you really feel awkward about it, then have a meal with me. He added, I've got the barbecue restaurant vouchers. If I don't use them soon, they'll expire. He pulled out the vouchers. The moment I saw them, my eyes lit up. They were for my favorite barbecue place, and those vouchers were rare. Way more valuable than a measly $10 delivery coupon. Can I take a picture of this voucher and post it on my moments? Of course. We went to the barbecue place, and the dishes arrived. Williams laid the meat on the grill slice by slice, flipping it at just the right time. The meat sizzled as fat bubbled up, the charred fragrance rising, mouth-watering. It's ready, he told me. I took a bite. The tight knot in my chest melted instantly under the sheer deliciousness. It's really good, really good. I gave him a big thumbs up. Williams smiled. He put on a disposable glove, picked up a piece of meat, dipped it in sauce, wrapped it in lettuce. And when he saw I'd finished the first bite, handed it to me without even thinking, as naturally as breathing. I stared at the little bundle of barbecue in front of me and blanked for a second. Then I shook my head. I can do it myself. You eat, take it, don't you like it? I hesitated, then accepted it and ate. After that, Williams barely ate at all. He just kept grilling meat for me, pouring me water. Sometimes the corner of his mouth would curve up, satisfied with a faint trace of tenderness. It felt weird. I wanted to leave. I was basically full anyway. So I said, I'm full, really full. You like this? He turned to the server. Excuse me, one more plate of beef belly. No need. Just grill one more. You can take it back as a late-night snack. He understood foodies way too well. Eating until you're stuffed at the restaurant is great, but bringing grilled meat home and eating it again later at night, that's peak happiness. The vouchers covered part of the bill. I ate a lot, so I was going to pay the rest, but he swiped his card and paid before I could react. How much is your Alipay? I'll transfer it to you. I don't use Alipay. I only have WeChat. WeChat wouldn't work. I blocked him. Williams picked up his car keys and said, Don't transfer anything. I'm happy eating with you. I frowned, puzzled. Just then, Williams's phone rang. Okay, Annie. You're upstairs, right? Got it. When Williams and I reached the elevator, his aunt and her friend happened to be coming down. Seeing me, Phoebe looked surprised, then teased. Oh, having dinner with a classmate. Williams hummed an acknowledgement. Phoebe was his aunt. In the parking lot, Junior, you sit in the front. Barbecue is greasy, easy to get carsick. Phoebe said with a smile, eyeing the takeout bag in my hand. Oh, thanks. For some reason, I felt like her gaze was odd. Like she was looking at me and Williams with a delighted, Annie-style grin. Phoebe and her friend chatted in the back seat. I couldn't help whispering, She's really your aunt. She's so young. Yeah, she's only one grade above me. Williams had probably been asked that 1,000 times. He answered calmly, Isn't she your girlfriend? When did I ever say she was my girlfriend? Williams looked genuinely shocked. Then he added, She's my mom's youngest sister. Sorry, I saw people saying it on the school forum. There were tons of photos of her riding in your car to eat with you. So everyone thought you were dating. The light ahead turned green. The car stopped. Williams glanced at me, looking a little tense. I only have one partner. It was online. He was my first love, no one else. But there was a misunderstanding between us. We broke up. It was my fault. I hurt him. The car started, moving again. Under the night sky, neon lights broke into mottled patches across the windows. Wait, why are you explaining all this to me? And that look he'd just given me was so sincere, so deep, like he was confessing his heart. Who the hell hasn't had a first love? The first time you like someone is always unforgettable. I couldn't help feeling moved, too. That flutter back then had a kind of physical honesty to it. We hadn't even met. We were both lust at first sight. There was that blind box anticipation, that thrill of not knowing what you'd get. But it was also passionate and genuine. We were willing to spend time and energy maintaining the relationship. We'd always talk big, tossing around all kinds of explicit, dirty lines. But neither of us ever crossed a real boundary. We respected each other. Never pried, never asked for addresses or personal details. Like, brother, how big are you? Very big. Then do you dare show me? No. I'm afraid if you see everything, you won't find me fresh anymore. We'll talk about it when we meet, okay, brother. What I was thinking was Williams's muscles. I didn't want to meet him looking all skinny and flimsy. I wanted to train up a layer of muscle to then go see him. But my college lifestyle was basically rotting in bed scrolling on my phone, lazy as hell. Changing that was hard. Williams knew. He always said, Baby, you don't need to work out. I like you like this. I like you so much it's insane. No, I want my pride. I want to build a little muscle too. You really don't need to. Just eat a bit more rice. Honestly, I like you no matter what you look like. What if I turn into a caterpillar? I'll prepare a bed of fresh mulberry leaves for you every day. Raise you in the palm of my hand, raise you nice and chubby and green. I laughed out loud. My roommate said if you play basketball a lot, You'll get muscles. I like basketball to maybe I'll try playing every day. Okay, I'll support you no matter what. And then I actually started playing basketball every single day. Sometimes I even updated him on my progress. He'd cheer me on, tell me to take it slow, not to rush. Now I've finally gotten some results, but he kicked me without even listening. I told him it wasn't me. He was impulsive and violent. He definitely wronged plenty of people like that before. I didn't want to date someone like that, no way. I decided I needed to stay as far from him as possible. So after Williams dropped his aunt and her friend off at their dorm and invited me to play basketball with them the next day, I refused. Midterms are coming up. I need to study, woo-woo. I failed one subject in the midterm and had to write a paper, and writing papers is so hard. When it got dark, I was the only one left in the study room, clawing at my hair in frustration. The club president messaged me, saying there was a club dinner tonight, and I absolutely had to come. Last time, our upcycling event had been really meaningful. I wanted to go to, but I had a paper. In the group chat, I said I wasn't going, and told the president to drink on my behalf. Less than 10 minutes after I sent that, Williams showed up. I've been trying to find you lately, so you're here. In my head, I was like, why are you looking for me? Are we even close? You're writing a paper. He looked at my laptop. This sentence has way too high a similarity rate, huh? Which part? I panicked like an enemy was at the gates. Williams pointed it out after I fixed it. He went through my draft one issue at a time, calling out what was weak, guiding me as I rewrote until the paper started flowing smoothly. I actually finished the paper that had tortured me for days. I just need to polish it after I got back. When I closed my laptop, I let out a long breath. Outside, the sky had gone even darker. When I looked at him again, I somehow felt a little embarrassed. Thanks for spending time helping me with my paper. I also saved up a barbecue voucher like that here. I'll give it to you. I didn't know how else to thank him, so I offered him what I thought was something good. Williams refused. That voucher must have taken you forever to save up. You should use it yourself. He paused. Besides, I don't like eating barbecue alone, but if you go with me, then I can. I froze at those completely out of nowhere words. No. I'm going to a club dinner tonight. Didn't you say you weren't going? My paper's done. Of course I'm going. How do you know our club has a dinner? I'm in the group chat too, Williams said. Perfect timing, I can give you. You guys a ride. Williams messaged the club president and said he was coming too. The president was thrilled. He needed a car anyway. When did you join it? I asked as we walked. Last week. I'm strong. Last time I was the one who moved the equipment. Oh, I remembered. So that's why the president told me to leave early after dinner. We went to KTV for a second round. The president was enthusiastic. And Williams was a total social butterfly too. Both of them were the type who once they started drinking, would sing nonstop, sing and cry at the same time. I was watching them play dice when all of a sudden, Williams dropped to his knees in front of me, hugged my legs, and started bawling his eyes out. He was probably drunk. The room was loud, so I didn't even catch what he was saying. All I knew was he was clinging to my leg and refusing to let go. He even smeared snot and tears all over me. I clenched my teeth and took a deep breath before I could suppress the urge to hit someone. Let go. My tone was vicious. Williams's sobbing stopped. He pouted. Then, obediently, he loosened his grip. After I wiped myself off, I tossed him the tissues. He took them happily, wiped his face clean, and immediately hugged my leg again. No matter how I told him to let go, he wouldn't. By the time he'd worn me down, I had zero patience left. When we finally wrapped up, I called a designated driver to send them back. Because of how Williams was acting, everyone automatically assumed I was the one closest to him. So the send him back to the dorm duty landed on me. He lived on the 6th floor, pretty high up. Thankfully, his legs still knew how to walk, so I didn't have to half carry him the whole way. I was panting, and on the very last flight, I finally heard what he'd been mumbling all this time. Woo-woo. Baby, I'm sorry, I hurt you. I was wrong. My eyes flew wide. I propped him against the wall and leaned in, asking, who did you just call me? Baby. He looked up at me with a dopey grin, then spread his arms and lunged. He hugged me so hard I tipped backward and sat down on the floor, and then his crying started again, right by my ear. Baby, I like you so much. I've never dated anyone before. You're the first person I've ever been in a relationship with. His crying made my head spin with irritation. I tried to pry his hands off. What are you being sad about? 1 second you're laughing, the next you're crying like an idiot. I'm sad because I hurt you. His voice shook. I actually hit you. I like you that much when you eat a little less. I can't even stand it. It makes my heart ache. But I actually hit you. He choked up again. I kicked you so hard. How am I such a bastard? The more I think about it, the worse I feel. I'm a bastard, baby. Hit me, okay? As he spoke, he grabbed my hand and tried to slap it against his own face. I yanked my hand back. When did you figure out it was me? The last time, in the equipment room. I lifted it and saw. So he'd been pretending this whole time. All right, I'm taking you upstairs now. If you don't hit me, I'm not going up. Even if I hit you, I'm not forgiving you. Then just hit me first. I'm not hitting you. Get up. Stop being so childish. I tried to stand, but he held me tight, mumbling into my ear. Can you really forget it, baby? You like me so much. I don't like you anymore. Not even a little. Our love was killed by you, drunk. People don't understand human language. He pouted and hugged me even tighter. Then how can it come back to life? Let go first. We need to get up. I couldn't push him off. Williams stared at me through watery eyes. Baby, you broke up with me because I hit you, right? And you saying you like women was an excuse, right? I hit the wrong person. How could I ever hit you? It doesn't matter anymore, I said. But Williams kept going like he hadn't heard me. Baby, I know it's hard for you to forgive me. Kick me too, okay? I was honestly terrified someone would see us, so I said, then how am I supposed to kick you when you're hugging me like this? Lie down, close your eyes. It'll be easier for me, okay? Williams let go in delight. He closed his eyes and obediently flopped onto the floor. Baby, just stomp on my stomach. Stomp however you want, baby. Why aren't you kicking yet? And of course what I feared happened anyway. Brother Williams, Brian, and a few others came up the stairs. Sister-in-law hearing that made my skin crawl. I'm not your sister-in-law. Sister-in-law, Brother Williams already told us. Last time we mistook you for someone else. We're really sorry. They apologized with extremely good attitudes. My expression stayed flat. We've already broken up. It's over, he's drunk. You guys take him upstairs. As Brian went to haul him up, he turned back and started talking again. I mean, this whole thing is mainly on me. I was the first one who told Brother Williams it was you. I even said you stole a bike. If I hadn't run my mouth so fast, this misunderstanding never would have happened. It's all my fault. I'm here to apologize properly. Brother Williams was just desperate to catch the underwear thief. That guy's a perverted collector. He stole a ton of lingerie from girls in our department. Brother Williams thought you were him, so he went at you that hard. He didn't do it on purpose. He's not usually that impulsive and violent. So, Williams was doing a good deed. Something in me softened. Really? Yeah, really. That creep was way too bold. Even the school next door has girls losing underwear now. Ask around a little and you'll know. Lately I'd been busy cramming. Cut off from all worldly news. I hadn't checked any posts or gossip. Then those off-campus rumors about him. What rumors? Oh, you mean the one about him almost beating someone to death? All fake. I was in the same high school as Brother Williams. Back then he was the sports committee rep, a class officer doing rounds. A guy tried to climb the wall to sneak out and go to an internet cafe. Brother Williams caught him. The guy slipped off the wall and broke his leg, got sent to the hospital. He was scared his parents would yell at him for going online. So he claimed Brother Williams beat him. Then it went from 1 person to 10 to 100. And somehow it turned into almost beat him to death. The next day, when I was eating in the cafeteria, Williams came over carrying an outrageously dramatic plate piled with braised chicken legs. He looked a little cautious, absurdly polite. Louis, he said carefully, may I sit across from you? Again, Williams set down his tray and grinned, all bright and eager. Louis, I bought these for my brothers, but they ordered delivery instead. I can't finish all of this. You want some? Sure. Williams grinned even wider. I picked up a chicken leg and bit in. It was braised perfectly rich sauce. Deep aroma, tender enough to fall apart, stick-a-soft on the teeth. How did you know I like this? I didn't. His gaze shifted, a little unnatural, just a coincidence. I like it too. So I bought it. He really wasn't good at lying. Oh, is that so? Williams immediately turned enthusiastic again. Louis, if you like it, you can have all of them. I can't finish anyway. It'd be a waste to throw them out. As affected, over the top. Act made me want to laugh for no reason. Just call me by my name, okay, Louis? I ate 3 giant chicken legs in one go. Slow down. Williams happily pushed water toward me. Is it good? It's good. I took a sip. Like he'd been encouraged, Williams blurted out immediately, then I'll buy you more tomorrow. Resting my chin in my hand, I said lazily, you're so weird. A grown man insisting on buying me chicken legs every day. Why are you being so nice to me? I laughed a little, stopped teasing him, and asked, On Dragon Boat Festival. I'm going dragon boating with friends. Do you want to come? Williams froze, startled. I continued, you didn't mean to kick me. You were doing a good deed full of justice and all that. I'm fine now. You don't have to pretend anymore. Williams's eyes widened even more. You know already. Baby. When I told him we could make up. Williams got so excited he nearly jumped to his feet. If this weren't the cafeteria, I honestly suspected he would have climbed over the table to hug me. On the way back, we took a little path through campus in a small grove of trees. Williams held me for a long time, his big head nuzzled stickily into the hollow of my shoulder. Baby, if you recognize me, why did you pretend for so long? I was nervous as hell these past few weeks. I didn't dare tell you I knew who you were. I was really scared that if we said it out loud, you'd hate me even more. If I didn't bring it up, at least I could shamelessly keep bothering you. I ruffled his hair like he was a dog. My own heart was thumping too. Sweet and excited. All right, stop hugging. If someone sees us, even though there were plenty of same-sex couples now, straight couples hugging in public still drew attention, let alone to guys. I didn't like being watched. No, let me hold you a little longer. He whined softly, all humming and pouting. A guy that big acting is spoiled. I couldn't help laughing. I glanced around. No one was there anyway. Fine. 5 more minutes. When we finally pulled apart, Williams said, baby, take me out of your WeChat blacklist. After I unblocked him, he resent the 5,200 and the 1314. It was almost 520 back then. I'd already been planning to send it to you. After that kick he gave me. Seeing him transfer that much money, lying if I said my heart didn't flutter. But no matter how tempted I was, I couldn't cross a moral line. A 3-way situation. That was why I'd broken up so decisively. But now everything was out in the open. I accepted the money. Tonight I want barbecue, okay? Williams beamed and squeezed my hand. Dragon Boat Festival, West Sea. Bay District's Water Carnival, dragon boat racing. We were warming up before the match. Williams's boat was right beside mine. He kept calling out to me, saying he wanted us to take a photo together. Like Titanic, what if I stand behind you and wrap my arms around your waist? You jump, I jump. No photo. I rejected him, baby. Then let's paddle together. Paddling together is so romantic. You sit in front of me, okay? I told you don't call me that in public. I deliberately splashed some water onto his head. Williams just flashed his big white teeth, still ridiculously happy. Lewis, it's so hot you're splashing me. That's so cooling. Then cool off properly. I splashed him a whole lot more. After the race, I just changed in the partition changing area when Williams walked in. He casually unfastened the life vest they'd given us for the dragon boat and strode over. His chest muscles pressed against his wet shirt, bright and obvious, slammed straight into my eyes. My pupils dilated. My ears went red instantly. Know this. This was blatantly a wet shirt temptation, wasn't it? Back then, I'd made a move on him in the first place because of that body. My throat bobbed as I swallowed. Lewis, he said, you got my whole body soaked. So what are you going to do about it? He lifted his shirt hem with both hands and fanned it a little, revealing sharply defined abs. A droplet slid down the grooves of his muscle lines, traced over the vein on his lower abdomen, and vanished into the taut waistband of his pants. Lewis, I'm only showing you. His chest rose and fell slightly as he leaned in. His voice went breathy, threaded with something like seduction. Baby, do you want to touch? Touch. I've wanted to for ages. I ran my hands all over ABS and all. My mood shot into pure delight and excitement. Her. It felt amazing, so solid. Baby, don't touch anymore. Above me came Williams's restrained, suppressed voice. His breathing had grown heavy. I was just about to pull my hand back, but looking at him like this, clearly struggling, my lips curled. No way was I letting him off that easily. I don't want to. A muffled, abnormal groan squeezed out of his throat. Brother, I asked on purpose, raising my voice. You can't handle it already. You're the one who told me to touch you. Why are you saying no now? It's not, he said, clamping down hard on every syllable. My enjoyment leveled up again. I teased him a few more times. He pressed his lips tight. A faint furrow between his brows, the occasional muffled moan slipping out anyway. The outline on his gray sweatpants became obvious. I instinctively took a step back. Fuck just this, and he was reacting that strongly. I hadn't even used my mouth. Williams's throat worked hard too. He looked embarrassed, turning slightly to the side. His voice was still hoarse. Baby, I don't know either. It just happened. When you do this to me, I can't control it. To be honest, I was looking forward to it too. His conditions were just good. My brain was getting hit by a riot of colorful thoughts. I was getting more and more awkward myself. My ears burning. You're so easy to tease. I'll let you go for now, okay, he said earnestly. Next time I'll hold out longer. He changed clothes in a few quick movements, then went into a different partition, shut the door. It was a long time before he came back out. After that, back at school, in the equipment room, he'd often tug his shirt down neatly on his own. Perfectly obedient, and let me tease him as much as I wanted. Baby, you're going to suck me until I bleed. Williams's voice was low and wrecked. He was flushed all over, completely overheated. Only then would I finally let him go. Baby, you're going too far. Williams pouted. We haven't even kissed. And you're touching me like this. He wasn't wrong, not even kissed. But we got in this hand, see, yeah, maybe it was a bit much. And honestly, I wanted to kiss him too. I lifted my head and pecked him on the cheek. He sucked in a sharp, delighted breath. Both hands cupped my face, and he lowered his head onto mine. Williams didn't know how to stop kissing. He planted a whole row of strawberries on me, on and off. We kissed for almost an hour. Another deep kiss, oxygen deprivation, tears, my legs went weak, I could barely stand. His big hand hooked around my lower back and held me against his chest. We were both panting softly, heartbeats racing, our bodies heating up. Baby, can I kiss the moles on your waist? He whispered hotly into my ear. It made my waist itch. Kiss. Williams dropped to his knees parted, hands behind his back, tilting his head up, those dark eyes burning as he stared at me. That posture made me feel absurdly good. I pressed his head closer on my own initiative. My waist got kissed until it swelled. Brother Williams, we found that underwear thief. You guys? Brian suddenly burst in. I shoved Williams away at once and yanked my shirt down. Williams coughed awkwardly. Brian scratched his head, embarrassed. Get some payback first. Bro, are you going to keep going? Or should we go beat up that underwear thief first? A flash of genius lit up in Brian's brain. Oh, keep going, Brother Williams. You and sister-in-law keep going. I'll have someone tie him up first. When you're done, come down and punish him personally. Let sister-in-law vent too. Williams shot him an approving look. Then he turned to me, clearly asking what I wanted. Getting caught red-handed like that, I was mortified, and the mood was long gone. Payback first. That underwear thief had stolen lingerie from a lot of girls. One of them had reported it to the police. Williams's lackeys beat him up. He dropped to his knees and bawled, begging for mercy, swearing he'd never do it again. Williams drove a vicious kick into him. Fuck stealing girls' clothes, and you still dared to frame my boyfriend. You think I'm letting you off that easily? Williams lifted his chin slightly, gesturing at me. I went over and hit him twice myself. Turn yourself in. He kept apologizing and saying yes, yes. Williams's lackeys dragged him to the police station. That summer, I moved into Williams's off-campus apartment. Kisses and hugs became everyday life. Williams took me out for barbecue all the time. Took me all over to play. After a while, no more. I've gotten fat, brother. I gained 5 pounds. I grumbled. He wrapped an arm around my waist, voice sticky, and murmured, baby, it's only 5 pounds. You're still too skinny. He pinched the soft flesh on my arm. Put on a little more. As he spoke, he pushed me down. His head burrowed under my shirt hem, kissing the moles on my waist. They swelled again. He kissed me until I went boneless. I weakly tried to push him away, but Williams laced my hands together and pinned them above my head. Baby, can I? He asked hoarsely, eyes hazy with desire. I was excited too, anticipating. Yes, I kissed him back, hooking my arms around his neck. I remembered his conditions and suddenly got a little scared. Brother, watch your limits. Okay, he took out a box of cream. Don't worry, baby, I learned fast. He really did learn fast. The next day, it felt like every bone in my body had come apart. Williams bathed me, ordered takeout. He titted the apartment while I ate. After my spirit recovered a little, I said, Brother, I think being the bottom isn't as fun as being the top. Want to switch? Williams tossed the toilet paper into the trash. Baby, don't even think about it.